Hello, welcome to this Computer Weekly CW500 Club video. I'm Bryan Glick, I'm the Editor-in-Chief of Computer Weekly. We're here at our monthly gathering of IT leaders, and this month we're talking about the rise of user power. What do I mean by that? This is about how most end users in organisations these days are increasingly asking to have more choice over their end user computing, potentially to move away from the historic Windows-based desktop environment that most of them have been used to. Increasingly wanting to be able to use tablets or smartphones to access systems, maybe Apple Macs, Google Chromebooks and so forth. And we've been hearing from some IT leaders who have faced some of these challenges, and we've heard from them about how they met them. And I'm joined now by one of those, David Nudelman. David is the Head of IT Service Delivery at Metro Bank UK. David, welcome. Thanks very much for coming on and joining us. Tell us then, what was the challenge that you faced at Metro Bank in terms of, what was changing your business and what was changing about the demands you were getting from your users?
Yeah, so the biggest challenge at Metro Bank is we embraced technology as core of our culture. So the advantage of being a new bank is that we don't have to support all the legacy IT that most companies do. And the benefit of that, we could automatically embrace what was going to trend in other companies as an adoption. We were early adopters of all that. So we serve our customers with tablets, with Windows 8 on it. All the paper part of our work was replaced with e-signature. So you get as a customer, you get your documents in paper because you need to keep a record, but our internal records are electronic. That meets all the compliance requirements. Our workforce is very mobile, so we like moving stuff around to experience different branches that we call them stores, not branches. But technology and mobility is on the design principles of our technology implementation. So it's quite interesting to see all those trends and how we are on the kind of early adoption curve of that. So we are now implementing the second generation of tablets. We use a lot of mobile device management technologies for tablets, for phones, allowing our users to either choose the corporate phone, which is currently a Nokia phone, but if people have their own iPhone, Android, they can bring it in, and our mobile device management solution will cater for that, securing our data, but giving them the flexibility to work with the device they like.
You must have faced a lot of challenges in getting all this working. What were the key challenges you found, and how did you get over them?
So the key challenge of early adoption, and that's something I studied a lot in my life, is what I call complementary assets. So that's a very technical term, but the adoption curve for technology is based more on not how cool or good the technology is how well supported and how many professionals you have on the market who can implement that. So you see surges of people wanting now a lot of system center professionals to manage massive infrastructures, but there's actually very few of those professionals. So you're very likely to get a consultant, but not someone in-house, and they cost a lot of money. So that prevents a lot of companies from going to this product, and then they will choose something with a lower spec of functionality, but at least it can be implemented and run internally. And that's usually the challenge. For example, the Microsoft Surface 3, we were on the early adoption program. We deployed them to the banks, but there was very little support from Microsoft because it was a new device. They didn't have engineers to support it, and there's no one on the market with support to that. So we managed to get technology enthusiasts around the planet. So we have a lot of Microsoft MVPs at the company, which is people who received an award from Microsoft. They are early adopters, and we engaged with those people, created a small community around the device, and then with help from those other professionals, we managed to overcome solutions, and then we fed them back to Microsoft to keep them with a good relationship. So I think it's all about sharing, not restricting data.
As you said, you're been an early adopter of a lot of these sort of technologies. Many of your peers are still at the very early stages of setting out on this sort of road. If there was one piece of advice that you'd give to somebody who was starting out to do what you've already done, what do you think that would be?
I think don't be afraid to innovate or to try things. Projects do fail. One thing I tell people is, I worked in 5 different countries. The thing that in the UK that's most important is managing expectations. So if you encounter a problem, let everyone know straight away. I said if you communicate accordingly, you can get away with never delivering a project, right? But what people tend to do is they find a problem, they fight very hard for 2 months to fix it, they fail, and 2 days before the delivery they say, we can't deliver because we found the problem 2 months ago. So it's about being brave, but new technologies, as soon as the technology comes out, there is no expert on this technology. There's people who are just naturally inclined to take the risk and invest the time to do it. I do it most of the time outside working hours, staying late at the office, but we have we are a group of young, innovative people, and we like testing and implementing new technologies. And that makes it much easier. So just hire people who have real passion on technology, and they will make it work.
Yeah, I think that people aspect is a fantastic piece of advice, absolutely. David Nudelman from Macro Bank UK, thank you for coming and joining us and talking to our audience tonight. That's all we've got time for now. If you go to our website at computerweekly.com, you'll be able to see a video interview with one of our other speakers from this event, as well as interviews with all our previous speakers from past CW500 events. Thanks for watching.